Fran Baganik. I'm a licensed psychologist and I have a practice at Bhakti Wellness Center. I wanted to share with you a short energy psychology exercise that can be helpful for you when you are feeling anxious. It can be helpful in reducing the anxiety. The exercise that I'm going to share with you is an emotion freedom technique, otherwise known as tapping. And it can be extremely effective when you are in the midst of feeling some anxiety. So I'm going to walk with you through the process once, and then we'll actually have you do it. The tapping that we're going to do is simply to tap on some particular uh, meridian points in the body. And the tapping is meant to kind of release the flow of energy that may have gotten stagnated, that oftentimes can result in that experience of anxiety. When you do the tapping, you use 2 or 3 fingers to tap. So for example, this is one of the spots we tap on, and the tapping should be a pretty solid tap. So you don't want to do it just lightly like this. You want to stimulate that meridian point, but you also don't want to do it too hard so that you're causing pain. And the number of taps to do on each point is around 5 to 7. As you're doing the process, don't get too hung up on counting. We just want you to kind of be present with your experience and think about on average 5 to 7 taps. So the first spot we'll do is this, we call it the karate chop. So it's this side of your hand here, and you'll tap there. Then we'll move to the top of the head, and kind of, if you think about coming up kind of straight from your ears into the middle of the crown of your head, and you just do a solid 5 taps there, 5 to 7. The next spot you do is right above your eyebrow and right up from the line of your nose, so right in the inside part of the top of your eyebrow. And then the next spot will be on the side of your eye, kind of right between that your eye and the temple. The next spot is underneath your eye, kind of right. You can feel there's like a little divot on the bone there below your eye. It's right below that you want to tap. Then the next spot is underneath the nose and above the lip, kind of right in the center there. And then the next tapping spot is below the bottom lip and above the chin, so kind of right in that crease between your lip and chin. And then the next tap is going to be right below your collarbone, kind of closer in toward your the inner part of your collarbone. Again, if you feel the collarbone, you can kind of feel a little divot in that bone as well. And so if you go right below that area, that's the spot we're looking for. So you tap there, and I usually use 3 fingers on this spot because it's a little larger area and I'm able to do that. And then lastly, we'll have you tap kind of right underneath your arm. And I usually tap here with kind of the flat part of the surface of my hand. So those will be the tapping spots that we'll use. So I'm going to invite you now to get yourself seated comfortably, and then we're going to walk through 2 rounds of tapping. So just sit comfortably and then just kind of let your awareness kind of sink into the present moment here. Notice yourself sitting on the chair. Notice what it feels like underneath you. Just kind of let yourself get comfortable and experience your environment. Then I want you to bring your awareness to your state of your emotions. And we're going to rate your emotions on a scale of 0 to 10, and we're going to focus specifically on anxiety. So I want you to just take a slow breath in, inhaling and expanding your diaphragm and exhaling out. Then one more inhale and exhale. And then bring your awareness to your anxiety. And on a scale of 0 to 10, rate the level of distress your anxiety is causing you right now. And as you notice that level and rate it, we're going to begin our tapping. Just follow along with me. Take a slow inhale, exhale. Bring your awareness to your anxiety. And on that scale from 0 to 10, rate your level of distress from your anxiety right now. Then we'll do another round of tapping. Inhale, exhale. Bring your awareness to your anxiety, and on that scale of 0 to 10, rate your current level of distress from your anxiety. And then, as needed, repeat the tapping process. The idea in the process is that if your anxiety level is at a 7 when you start, the idea would be to keep tapping until you are gradually moving your anxiety level down. I always tell people there's not a need for it to be perfect, so you don't have to get it to 0. 0 would be lovely, but if you can get the anxiety level down to a 2, that's a pretty successful process that you've engaged in. And so just continue to repeat the tapping as long as you need to get that anxiety level down. Thanks for tapping with me, and be well.